Chelsea actually has the opportunity, to send Tottenham Hotspurs to the trenches on game week 37. Before we get to that, let's talk about Arsenal, man. Arsenal. Talk about the bottling kings, the bottling chiefs, man. After the match last night against Wolves that they drew 2-2, man, I was like, I'm going to see this again. Are we really going to see this again? Like I don't even understand this team. I don't even understand the team. Like, seriously, I don't understand it because, like, I've seen bottling before. I've seen a lot of teams bottle things, but this is a new discovery. This is a new discovery from Arsenal. A new discovery because the way they bottle, like, I thought when Chelsea, bottled the game against Leeds last week, or I think last week, yeah, from 2-0 down, and the Arsenal was laughing at us, and Arsenal fans had to recreate it. And guess who they recreated it against? Against the worst team in the Premier League. Wolves are, like, if you have to check the worst team to ever get relegated in the Premier League history, Wolves should be among top 5. I'm pretty sure. Maybe second. Maybe the person that's been passing them is Derby County. I was really, really surprised how they drew the game. So now, I don't even know if it's tactical or it's just psychological, because don't mean you are able to bottle the league 4 times in a row now. Like, right now, I have the stats, for, let's start from 2023-2024 season. They finished second. They had 84 points, very good. They had 88 goals scored and 43 goals conceded. So not bad. But I think that first season was actually understandable because that's the first time they, getting into that stride of, first time, finally getting into the, big boys role, chilling, you understand. Then the next season, 2023-2024 season, crazy season too. I think this should be their best season, in this 4 years span, 89 points, that's crazy. 89 points, crazy. 91 goals, guys. 91 goals. Can you believe that? 91 goals, that's really, really crazy. I just 29 considered. So they actually improved drastically, and they could not still win the league. And for that, I can't understand, because that season, Man City were unstoppable. They were crazy. So I can really get why that happened. I can really understand why that happened. Then the next season, that was last season. Last season was, I think Arsenal fell off the cliff because last season was very horrible. Like, it was like all the teams literally gave Liverpool the league. We literally gave Liverpool the league because Liverpool were actually cruising, seriously cruising. Imagine Arsenal had just some 4 points, 69 goals scored and 34 goals conceded. So that was pretty bad, terrible from their previous season. But now this season, man, right now they have 58 points, and after the draw against Wolves, 52 goals scored, and those 52 goals scored, none of their players haven't reached 10 goals scored. Like, the highest goal scorer is Gyökeres, 8 goals, and Gyökeres is the title winning side at 20 goals conceded. So not really bad, considering if they can actually get to that 69 goals they scored last season. But this is really crazy, man. Like, how you put in this league? Like, what happened last season, something that is happening right now is something that we're actually giving us something, because if Man City were the Man City of old, Pep Guardiola of old, no now. I trust Pep Guardiola of old now. See, what is, as I'm saying that Arsenal, they cannot win the league, because if it was Man City that had this opportunity that Arsenal have now, they will be by now we 50 points. But no, like, right now they are 2 points behind Man City, and I also call that the remaining games, and the remaining games I'm saying are so tough games. So we just give a little analysis on each of the games and final analysis before we move to Spurs. So the first game is against Tottenham, and normally on a good day, Arsenal they normally beat and destroy Tottenham after the horrible performance at the Etihad, at the Emirates earlier this season. But one thing about Spurs right now is that they have a new manager, and one thing about new manager bounce is always crazy, because first of all, now we don't even know, nobody knows how he got Tudo, I think that's his name, actually plays. So we're seeing for the first time to know how he actually plays. So it's going to be a very tough match. Then the next one is against Arsenal. There's no freaking way that Arsenal is going to beat Chelsea 4 times in a row this season. No, now. If it happens, then see, Lamazina will be flawed because there's no way. And right now, Chelsea I think in this, like right now in Premier League, you have in the best form. I think also and Man United, out of I think just 4 wins, 2 draws. Abi, I think the Premier League 4 wins, 1 draw, and I think 4 wins and 1 draw. I don't think we have not lost. So the next game is Brighton away, also a very difficult game too. Everton at home, they can actually win that one. Bournemouth at home, very possible. Then Man City right now, and the period where they play Man City is going to be a time when we will know who's going to win the title. The next one is against Fulham at home the next one is Newcastle at home. Difficult game too. Fulham, difficult game. West Ham are in a good patch of form, but we don't really know the West Ham will be seeing. And next game is against Burnley at home too, and they can try to win that one. Then the last game is Crystal Palace. So they have a really tough kind of games. So let's try to see how this season goes. And I swear, if as a Champions League, man, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party. So let's move to Tottenham right now. Are Tottenham going to get relegated? That's the question that everyone is asking, because right now they have just 5 points from relegation, and the way they're going, they're not getting any better. But it's good now that they sacked Thomas Frank, as expressions would like to call him, because right now they just have 29 points from 26 games, which is very, very poor for a Big Six. Very poor, and there are many games is going to be very tough. And there's one I'm actually expecting, that Chelsea game, our wives. So it's going to be a very tough game for them, and let's just see how they go to Spain. Let's see if they'll actually. But I feel they'll escape relegation, but it'll be it'll be a maybe like few points before they get relegated, because I don't think they'll get relegated. There's no way Tottenham get relegated now. So let me just show you there are many games. So then next game is Arsenal, Fulham, Crystal Palace. So that's 3 London derby in a row. Then they have Liverpool, they have Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves, Aston Villa, Leeds, then Chelsea, Everton. So they have a pretty tough. They have a very tough lines of game coming up, and so we'll see how it got to. They will be able to match up the pressure, and let's see if you can actually deliver Tottenham, because right now, man, Tottenham they are I don't even know what to say about them. So if you like my content, make sure you follow. Make you subscribe, like, share, and so you can check these 2 videos here concerning Liam Delap, if he's a flop, and also Kopama, if he's the greatest Chelsea penalty taker ever. So yeah, see you guys.